right, this is Walter. April 5th. Tonight is actually Easter night. I haven't done a show in the last 2 days. I've been actually out of work. I was taking some sick leave. I just needed a little bit of a stress reliever from my job. So I was off since the Friday before last. So since the week before Good Friday. So yeah, I'm going to be going back to work. I won't be doing these shows for everybody's sake on a regular basis like I have been now. You know, I hope everybody had a good Easter. Mine was all right. My parents and I actually went to it's Cracker Barrel in Plymouth Meeting. It was all right. It was kind of crowded off and on. A lot of families, mainly a lot of people who had their daughters with them, and other types of families. It's no big deal. The food was okay. I had no problem. Unfortunately, though, I can't say the same thing for my parents. They both got acid reflux. I have no clue because I had no problem. Of course, I watch kind of what I eat, stay away from salty foods or anything like that because that'll actually get my acid reflux up. Hey, this is going to sound pretty funny because I am 48 years old and I've been going off and thinking about this for a while, and it kind of struck a light bulb in my head. I had a friend that's younger than me. He actually was always considering doing plastic surgery and was like, you know what, you're ridiculous. Now that I'm getting older and there are certain places you just can't lose weight no matter how much you watch what you eat, the only way you get rid of unwanted pounds is basically just to zap them off, so to speak. So I'm going to go to this place on Tuesday called Soda Bello, I think it's called. It's over down from King of Prussia. I was going to check that out and see what they have to offer. I know that's really expensive, though. But yeah, anyway, I thought it'd be pretty, something I want to pursue, and I'll probably take the plunge. I've already taken, financial debt on going to a lot of these events that I'm going to in the near future, which I'll mention when they come up, like comic book conventions, horror fests, concerts, you name it. Just kind of get out there and get pictures and stuff. Like yesterday, on Saturday, I actually went to this thing over King of Prussia Mall. It was actually a place, I don't like the name of the comic book store because it was called Comics and More years ago when they changed the name. I guess somebody else must have bought out the place, and it was called Uncanny with a explanation point. I've never heard of a name Uncanny for a name of a comic book store. So I have that I want to just kind of go in a little brief detail about and mention, go over some of the pictures I had taken because they're on my Facebook page. Also, some kind of wacky stories, not really Easter related. I hope I didn't say anything else besides Easter before. So if I did, I apologize. But yeah, I'm going to take a short break and I will be back. Alrighty, give me a few. All right, this is Walter. I'm back on live, as live as I want to get, actually. Yeah, you know what? It was funny. I was over the King of Prussia Mall yesterday. I was just looking around. I'm looking for, other options for an additional mic to what I've already have been using, which is, again, it's a Yeti mic, Blue mic. The USB works great with Mac equipment. Software I've been using so far, which I think I'm going to stick with for a long time, is Audacity, which works quite well. Actually, when I was over there, I stopped by the Apple store and, try to look what kind of mics they have, and I found out, and then I looked for the same thing on Amazon. I have an Amazon Prime account, and the price was much cheaper. It was like $20 cheaper. So, obviously, I said, hey, can you match this price for one thing? And they said, no, we can't do that. Amazon, we don't match your prices. So I said, fine, hey, thank you. But then I just bought it on Amazon because I get free shipping and, no taxes. So, or sometimes now I think you actually do get taxed thanks to our government that's had changed. Anyway, I was walking out of the King of Prussia Mall and I forgot all about this. They moved this comic book store that used to be over the King of Prussia side, and then it moved over to the court side and back to the King of Prussia side once again. But it also changed its name to from Comic Books and More to Uncanny with an exclamation point. If anybody's interested, the phone number for that place is 610-337-1555. Anyway, yeah, it was funny. I was in there. I was looking around. I got this shirt. Let me look at it real quick. I'm gonna probably put that up as my my little bumper picture, or whatever you call it. But it actually says "Bad Spellers Unite" with an exclamation point again. And I had to buy it. It actually has the fist that Howard Stern uses as his bumper on his show, satellite show. So it was kind of really funny because not only am I obviously I can't pronounce words correctly, but I am a horrendous speller. So yeah, I had to buy that shirt. It was a little pricey, but it was too funny not to buy. So I ended up getting that. But then there was these kids that walked in, the couple kids, and they were all dressed up in costumes. One of them, at least, was dressed up like Doctor Who. I believe it was supposed to be the new one. Peter Capaldi, and I think I said that name wrong. But yeah, it was like, hey, what's going on here? There's all these people dressed up in these costumes. So I asked one of the guys that worked there. I apologize. I already forgot their names. They told me a million times and I forgot. So they said, oh, yeah, we're having a cosplay thing going on in the next hour. And it was like, oh, really? And I said, can I stick around and take some pictures? So unfortunately, all I had was my camera phone. I have an iPhone 6 Plus, and it's supposed to take really good pictures. But I hate to say it, I had taken almost 100 pictures, and almost every one turned out like total crap. If you really want to take good pictures, folks, you really got to use a regular camera. You can't use, because basically your lens is not big enough to actually take a decent picture. I don't care how much magnification or how great, it's a 20 megapixel camera on your phone. It's still not going to take as good as pictures as a wider lens will. The girls were kind of cute there. The people are very entertaining. Unfortunately, there's only a handful of people that actually showed up. The Doctor Who guy didn't show up. I'm a big fan of Superman and Supergirl, both. I never read the comics. I just like the TV shows and also the movies. So this one girl, she was really cute, too. She actually dressed up. She was one of the host people. She dressed up like Supergirl and was like, you know what, you won my vote, because, and unfortunately she wasn't part of the contest. She was just one of the workers who actually worked this cosplay thing. So anyway, there were some cute people, cute girls. The guys were pretty cool. They had some interesting original, unique costumes they made by hand or bought pieces here and there. One woman, she dressed up like a fan of Harry Potter. Other ones, I really couldn't even tell you who the hell they were, besides the girl who was Supergirl, because, again, that's one of my favorite things. They were really, and it was kind of funny. I apologize if they ever actually listened to this, but this one girl had purple hair. I'm looking at her picture right now. It's on my Facebook page, and I think I might have saw her with her friends in Wawa last night around the house, and I wasn't being rude. It's just, I didn't recognize her out of her costume. It was like, okay, I'm a type of person. I'm not a sociable person, believe it or not. So you put me in a crowd of people, I'm going to basically just clam up, and that's exactly what I did. So I wasn't being rude. The one thing that was a bit of annoyance, though, was this little plain Jane girl who had her Asian boyfriend, and she seemed to be kind of, I have nothing against her, heaven forbid, but she was kind of almost annoying, because I actually got some pictures up of it was a karaoke thing, folks, too, that they did. So and then they had to do their little spiel on why they should win this small contest. Again, I have nothing against the girl. She was cute and everything like that, but she insisted on constantly trying to show she had an Asian boyfriend. She was not Asian. She was a Caucasian young kid girl, whatever you want to call her. I don't know how old she was. I'm guessing late teens, early 20s at the most. And I might even be pushing that. But she constantly had to show everybody that she needed to make out with her boyfriend, like by grabbing his head and put her tongue down his throat practically. And I hate to say it, there was this cute girl that sat right next to me who was actually one of the contestants, and she even said, we don't need to see this. And I was ready to just tell the girl, you know what, you're absolutely right. It's ridiculous. I mean, this girl is like literally just, and when she was doing her little spiel in this back room where they have this little contest going on, it's once a month, by the way, this cosplay thing over King of Prussia Mall at Uncanny. But yeah, she grabbed her boyfriend or had him come over, and she had to make out with him there. And I don't even know if the kid was even a little bit uncomfortable, her boyfriend, this Asian kid. But I know everybody else was. So I'm just letting you know, if she's never going to hear this, so I really don't care. But yeah, you don't need to show public affection, especially at a cosplay thing where the whole spiel is you have fun, you enjoy yourself, but don't be in love with yourself or have to show public affection when really nobody else wants to see it. So, yeah, that part was a bit of a nuisance. I'm sorry, I keep on rubbing my nose. I'm probably putting my head in front of my face. Yeah, so that was a highlight. Yeah, you know what? Check out my webpage, too, on Facebook. It's Walter Interrante. That's Interrrante. Hopefully that was her, because I got some interesting pictures. I actually met, some neat people. People who did Clerks. Evan Peters. A lot of girls like Evan Peters. Guy played Dante and pictures up. Dante in Clerks. I actually saw David Lynch in person. I didn't get to talk to him, but I did see him down in Philly. Some cool pictures. I like to get some responses back on some of the stuff I actually post. Yeah, so, and, some other wacky stuff I put on my page. Hey, you know what? I think at this point I'm going to take a really short mini break, and I'm going to go in to do my little news segment next. Okay. I will be back in a moment. Alrighty, I'm back on the air. I'm actually going to go longer than I wanted to tonight. My friend told me I should keep it. My friend Todd, which eventually he will do shows with me as well. He said I should probably try to keep it down to the 15-minute mark, but it's going to be a little longer. So I'll kind of breeze through these stories. Todd Thomas, friend of mine, he actually sent some really good stories. So I'm going to kind of read over these really quick, try not to mess them up too bad, and sabotage people's names and places that are joined with them. Alrighty, the first one he had sent me, Todd Thomas, was from PIX Channel 11 News, and it says, teacher faces decades in prison after allegedly having sex with 3 students. This is in Polk County, Florida. A former Polk County teacher faces decades in prison after being accused of repeatedly having sex with 3 of her students and allegedly getting pregnant by one. Jennifer Fitcher is charged with 37 counts of unlawful sexual contact with a minor. Each count carries a minimum sentence of 15 years in prison. Fitcher, 29, was an English teacher at Central Aerospace Academy. She was fired after being arrested. I'm not going to go any further, but I hate to tell you, that woman is lucky if she sees like less than a year in prison, because I hate to tell you, I am sure her fine is going to be like next to nothing. She's kind of cute, but it doesn't give any excuse for her to have sex with like minors. So, yeah, I mean, folks, again, you're male, you're going to get a fine for $500,000. Just for the bail, and you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail, and you're going to rot in jail, or you're probably going to get executed. Who knows? You're a woman, you get away with it. That's just the bottom line in our country. He sent me another story. This is an older one, but it was from Uproxx Web Culture. It was actually dated today, so this woman probably got in trouble once again. She's not bad looking. Again, doesn't give her an excuse to do what she had done. Outrage spreads after a teacher who allegedly slept with 5 students gets only 3 years in prison. Okay, here we go. I rest my case. In February, former special ed teacher Summer Michelle Hansen pled guilty to 16 felony counts after allegedly having sex with 5 students in 2012 through 2013. It states, according to prosecutors, the act occurred in Hansen's classroom, a janitor's closet in the parking lot of the school. She was also charged with providing pornographic material to the minors. It says after her hearing Friday, the 32-year-old teacher apologized to the family, saying, "I'm not a monster." Basically, she's going to get 3 years, dude. Folks. 3 years in prison for, multiple charges of sexual assault to kids. Now, for some reason, when it's a woman having sex with a minor, it's fantastic. Hey, that's a slap on the back for the kids. They should keep their mouths shut and not say anything. These kids who are having sex with this teacher, who, in every case, these teachers are generally married and have kids of their own, same age. But if it's a guy, you got to basically make sure you chop off his testicles and make sure he spends the rest of his life in jail, and make sure he gets persecuted, executed, you name it. He's like dog shit under somebody's shoe. I'm not going to go any further. Again, I have to keep it short. Okay, I hope I didn't erase. Oh, here was a funny story he had sent, A Light in the Moon, and I'll go back to the grittier ones. No, it's titled, it's in news. This is kansascity.com. No steak or seafood with food stamps. By Roberto A. Ferdman. Washington Post, actually, it says. This was up. My friend Todd found this article, so I'm going to read it. He's going to probably do the news after a while anyway, so you won't have to deal with me messing everything up. It says Washington. In 2013, Fox News broadcast an interview with a young food stamp recipient who claimed to be using government benefits to purchase lobster and sushi. Yeah, can you believe that? This is the way I want to live, and I don't really see anything changing. Jason Greenslate, a surfer and rocker, explained to Fox, it's free food and it's awesome. So this dude is like buying top line food, living the life. Probably because I seen this today. You see these young people who the hell knows where they're getting the money from. That are probably on food stamps, but yet driving BMWs and Mercedes-Benz and Audis. But they don't have a fucking, they don't have a job. I mean, this drives me crazy. I'm paying 50% of my income in taxes to let these dirtbags and lowlifes just basically survive. So I'm not going to go any further with that one, because again, I'm keeping this short and sassy, these stories. Okay, not the one I was going to read next, but it did come up. This is one I pulled on my own. Norristown Patch, because I lost one of my stories. I'll have to dig it up again. Norristown police warn auto theft on the rise. Isn't that great? April 5th. That was today. This is on the Norristown Patch. It's a web link. There's many different patch links for your area. This one says, the Norristown Police Department announced through social media that there has been a recent increase in auto theft. According to police, the majority of the thefts are happening in southeast and southwest sections of Norristown, Pennsylvania, that is. According to the data, the criminalmapping.com, from March 23rd to the 30th, 7 cars were stolen in Norristown. There are 32 crimes total committed that week, according to the website. Excuse me, there are 28 this past week, and 4 being auto theft. So let me reread this again, because I probably didn't make it very clear, but it says there are 32 crimes total committed at the week, committed that week. between that week I just mentioned of March 23rd through the 30th, according to this one website, and it states there are 28 in the past week and 4 being auto thefts. Folks, what is going on here? What is going on? And, this is supposed to be, Pennsylvania's supposed to be a little bit higher up on the food chain, but it's not showing. Okay, one of the stories I was going to read, that was actually one of the two. The other one kind of lighten up and take a little bit of the focus off of the women that are being pedophiliacs. This one was in the Norristown Patch also, and it says counselor arrested for indecent assault on a 14-year-old girl. That was also, and this is marked the 27th of March. But I had to lighten the mood a little bit for, can't be attacking the women. I would get in trouble myself. Not them. I will. Anyway, I might have read this story a while back, but I'm going to read it again. A 73-year-old Lansdale counselor was arrested and charged for indecent assault on a 14-year-old girl, the Montgomery County District Attorney Office announced. Bernard Ravis of Lansdale section of Upper Gwinnett Township was arrested on March 19th and also faces charges of endangering the welfare of a child and corruption of a minor. So yeah, there is more to say, but again, it's already going a little bit past what I wanted to. So you know what? They were my main stories for tonight. On a lighter note, check out my page. I have a Facebook page. I have a Tumblr page and an Instagram. They're all named exactly the same. They're all my name, first and last, which again is Walter, last name Interrante. That's Interrrante. I hope you enjoyed my show. Going to keep it short, and I'm going to sign off for tonight. Have a good weekend, folks. Bye. Happy Easter, too.